I'm Rob from Heaven's Basement.
And I'm Aaron, also from Heaven's Basement.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me. How much of a whirlwind has it been since we caught up last year? I mean, you guys look like you've been so busy.
Yeah, it's been mental. Like, we came here last year, it was the first time doing the American festivals and things, so to get to come back to something like Rock on the Range for a second year in a row on the same album, get to play a bigger stage, brought the sunshine with us because we're English, that's what we do, and just like, yeah, it was mental to see that many people into what we do, knowing some of the singles and stuff. We had a great time.
Oh, absolutely.
The same. No, it's been great. It's been like, I think since the last time we saw you, we've probably done about another 120 odd shows, so it's been quite a whirlwind, as you said.
Is there any break coming up for you guys at all?
A little bit over the summer, but it's not really about having a break, because when you're a musician, you don't have a break from music, really. You're always listening or thinking about what to do next kind of stuff. So we'll be a little bit more chilled out on the live scene for a while, but that's going to be putting together the next album, and we're going to get out there as soon as we can again, because we love playing live and want to get back out there.
How long do you predict that the recording process generally would take for you guys?
Around 7.5 to 8 years. No, it's like, it just depends who.
I hope not.
And what the time is, you know, bringing in the goats and stuff like that and the choirs. But it really just depends on how it falls into who we want to work with and when they're free. So we did the last album in 8 days, so it could be as quick as it could be, or it could be really slow. Like, whoever's the right person for it and the vibe is right, that's what we'll go with. We're not in a rush, and we're not also going to take too much time. We're just going to wait for it to be right.
So are you guys writing anything on the road right now?
It's like little bits and pieces. It's like everyone starts getting their own thing together. It's brand new for us, because being on the road, well, that's a brand new feeling for us to try and write to. When you release your debut album, you get to have some shows, some time off to do some writing, whereas this time it's been trying to go everywhere in the world ever and also try and write some songs. So it's been a different experience, but we just started getting some like sketches together, and then in the summer we're going to start, you know, putting some definition to what we've got floating around.
Nice. So how is Soundwave?
That's pretty epic. Like, yeah, we got to go and see one of the most awesome places on Earth. Also one of the places on Earth that you have the most likelihood of being killed by something. But it was really, really good.
I've seen those documentaries on like the creatures of Australia. I'm like, oh my god.
And my best friend's from Brisbane, and he lives kind of like about, I don't know, 20, 30 miles away from the city, so he's kind of in the suburbs. And quite regularly he'll have like big old huntsman spiders in his room. That's kind of creepy.
So, I mean, after the festival circuit for you guys here, what's next?
We've got a couple in Europe and England.
Okay.
Like one or two, and then we're going to spend most of June, July and August, you know, putting together the first demos for the next album, starting working on them, see what happens, and then go from there really. And then hopefully we'll get a couple more tours before the end of the year and squeeze in recording it somewhere or other.
So you guys ever surprised by which songs fans tend to gravitate towards?
It's really weird, like, when you do a debut album, you're not writing to anyone, really, because you might have a few existing fans, but it's basically, we just went into the studio trying to write music that, as a listener, we'd get off on, that we'd love to listen to, and doing an album that you wouldn't want to skip any tracks from, because that's such a rare thing these days, and everyone's attention span's so short. It was about trying to get something that just rope them in for 40 minutes and keep them going, so, you know, we're going to try and repeat that on album number 2, that's the mission statement.
Oh, absolutely. So what has been one of your most memorable fan experiences so far?
Fan experiences.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Things stand out?
Probably the biggest thing is when we just did our last headline tour around Europe, and a lot of the shows were sold out and things, and just to see that step up in such a short period of time, like a year, doing parts where people are singing, you know, half the time they know more words than we do to our songs, which is random. So to have that many people come out and sing our songs with us and go mental, that's like, when you're a kid, that's what you used to do. So to see people doing that for your band means it's kind of getting real.
There's legitimately been times where I've been on stage singing, forgot the words, and looked into somebody else's eyes and seen them singing the right words.
You're like, wait a minute.
Something is terribly wrong here.
That's awesome, though. Are there any bands you're looking forward to catching at Rock on the Range?
Yeah, well, we're here tonight. We're going to see, hopefully we'll get to see Alter Bridge. Five Finger Death Punch, they did Soundwave with us as well. We're good friends with those guys. And Kid Rock should be pretty interesting as well, to be fair.
Absolutely. I just saw them in Carolina 2 weeks ago. It was a great show.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Well, we're here all night, so yeah, we're going to check out everything and anything.
That's awesome. Well, we definitely look forward to hearing more from you guys for the rest of the summer. I'm going to thank you so much for speaking with me for a few minutes.
No worries. Thanks for having us again.